Transformers.
And welcome, my friends. Welcome, Decepticons. Or perhaps Autobots. Maybe a bit of both. To this new episode of Transformers ASMR. And one that I've been looking quite forward to. This figure is one of my personal favorites, and one that I'll have an absolute pleasure to share with you all. So, all you gotta do is sit back, relax, maybe tilt sideways and get cozy, as we open Vroom Vroom. Transformers Armada. Sideways. Sideways is a rather interesting character. Sideways is both Autobot and Decepticon, so he plays to both sides. But where does his true allegiance lie? Is it perhaps something beyond, such as Unicron? Or is he simply a man taking advantage of both oppositions? Maybe you'll find out if you watch the show. Now, to be honest, Sideways, just even though it's not the best figure, has one of my absolute favorite designs of any Transformers because of the creativity of his design. We have a motorcycle and a rider. Now look at this. The rider has great detailing, a very unique concept. So, unlike other ones where I would just say, okay, transform, and that's pretty much it. I need to go in a lot of detail, actually. I believe the Minicon, or Minicons, must be explained in depth. You see, this is Sideways in the motorcycle form, and this rider is not one, but two Minicons, Rook and Crosswise. I believe I'm getting the names right. Look at this. This is the rider, human-sized, next to Sideways. However, let's split them into their original forms, Rook and Crosswise. Split into two. Flip the legs round. Voila! One Minicon. Half the man he used to be. Pop the head through. Flip the legs around. We now have two Minicons, one for each side, Autobot and Decepticon. But which one is which? Or is there any difference in the matter? We'll find out. Now, let's take Rook and Crosswise over here to chill, while Sideways gets into action. In fact, let's have them sit off screen for now. They don't sit particularly well on their own, but given that it's two figures that form into one, that makes sense. So, this is Sideways vehicle form. A very cool looking motorcycle. I could say, oh, a Cybertronian motorcycle, but to be honest, you could pretty easily see something like this in the real world. It's just a very curious color choice, yellow and purple. Looks cool, though. Now, I like this kind of heat ignition color scheme they've got going down here. Like the fuel's going down, and you can see it build up at the bottom. Of course, if you want the Minicon to sit down here, you can have one sit there, and the other sit down at the back. Just a moment. Need to get the articulation. It's a bit fidgety. But yeah, you can actually have both Minicons sit as one or a joined rider. So, I'm going to move the minicons away for now. Now it's time for Sideways to transform in just a moment. See, Sideways is a curious character. He joined both the Autobots and the Decepticons. But what purpose would he have to do such a thing? For that reason, I really like Sideways' design. So Sideways just being able to play the role of both a hero and a villain just really made him stand out. Anyways, it's time to transform. First of all, you take this underneath section here, separating the fuel rods. Next, you flip these around, like so. You split up the back side of the motorcycle and flip these out. These clip in eventually and clip into legs. It's kind of hard to show on camera, but you'll see the finished result in just a moment, my friends. The only downside to this Sideways figure that could possibly go sideways is that it's quite a delicate figure because it's a lot of messing around you can do with it. Still, you're changing a motorcycle into a robot. It's pretty ingenious to even pull it off at all. But hey, now you clip this little bit into here to keep it stable, and that forms the arms. Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot. Yeah, that's it. I forgot to put both wheels up at the top. Or the bottom. Let's go for the top. Yeah. Okay. It's a little bit complicated design, don't worry. You extend the legs to give them height, unless you want Mini Sideways. I shall call him Mini Sideways. His little hands here and here. And now, for the final touch, his head. Grab him by the handles, rub Bull by the horns, and voila! We have Armada Sideways in his neutral form. Pretty cool, huh? It's funny, with the motorbike handles, they look like they could be antlers, usually signifying deer, which are considered quite noble creatures, or devil horns, which are obviously associated with evil and conceit. But either way, you can choose to put the handle up or down. Also, they can also symbolize motorcycle handles, which symbolize motorcycles. Take that one to the bank. Anyways, now the thing is, I really love this figure and this design, but truth be told, the figure doesn't technically do much. You can attach a minicon, so you can attach one of the minicons, but because they don't take the form of vehicles, it looks really out of place. But you just pull back. What'd you say about me, buddy? Pull back with the minicon. Whoop! Sorry, that went sideways, didn't it? No. Pull back with the minicon. And, oh yeah, pull forward with the minicon. And launch. The little fuel rod, the exhaust, launches out. So pretty cool. It still has some features. Now, the main attraction of Sideways is actually a very unique feature. One I think you're going to enjoy very much. Be back in a moment, my friends. Now we're going to stand sideways here. Now check this out. You can pop the head down. Anytime now? Okay. So the head pops down. He loves being a turtle. Now, besides being headless, there is a reason for this. Now, we are going to take one of these minicons. And, bear with me. Now, check this out. You take the arms. Now, you take this and you put this in the slot. Check this out. As you put this down into the slot, a Decepticon symbol forms. And a head. Flip this up. There we go. Sideways has an altogether different appearance now. Sideways in his Decepticon form. Looks rather cool, doesn't it? So, yeah, in terms of functionality, Sideways doesn't do a lot, but he just looks so cool doing it. So, this head is the Decepticon head, but all you do is if you want to turn him to the opposite side, you remove the head, and now we do the same thing with the other head. Let me just get this right. Just need to flip this around a little bit. After all, we want him to be styling and profiling. Now, put this head down here. And an Autobot symbol forms. Push that down. Ah, that's why it was a bit fidgety. Let me try that again. I didn't push that part down. That's how. So, ready and... Excuse me for a moment. I just need to get this right. It's, as I said, it's quite a fidgety figure. It's a phrase I thought I would never say. So, we push this down. Autobot symbol forms. And voila. Pop this up. It's not wanting to budge, is it? There we go. And now look at the eyes. There's anger in those eyes. This is Sideways, in his Autobot form, believe it or not. I believe this was an error with the toy makers. Apparently, this is supposed to be his Decepticon side, which makes sense. It looks like he has devil horns. Whereas this looks more like a kind of neutral Autobot look. But either way, you've got two different looks for Sideways. You have this look, or this look. This look, or this look. This look, or this look. Yeah, really cool looking figure. Sideways kicks a lot of ass. No matter which side he's on. Ain't that right, Sideways? Yes. Alakazam, you are number one. Regardless of Autobot or Decepticon allegiance, you are number one. Same with the person behind this screen I'm tapping. They are number one. And they should like, comment, subscribe. For the good of all. Yeah, Sideways. Very, very philosophical. Thanks very much, buddy. Anytime, my friend. Okay, it's time to transform Sideways back into his motorcycle form. So, this is my only complaint about Sideways. It's just a bit of a fidgety figure to walk around with. But besides that, it's... You can't play around with it too much, but as a cosmetic piece, he looks incredible. Absolutely phenomenal, considering how technologically annoying this must have been to design. So, let me mess around with this. Fa-la-la-la-la. Pop these two out. Get the dome back down. La-la-la-la-la. I'm transforming. A toy for ASMR. Transforming for ASMR. Autobots and Decepticons flip around little arms so they fit in place. Transformers. ASMR in disguise? Question mark. Ah, I see. I'm missing a bit down here. Ah, right. I know what I've done. I flipped this around to the wrong side. So let's try that again. So I need to have this longer bit at the back. This part. Ah, yeah. I got it. Don't you worry, everyone. I got this. If you didn't know. Yeah, it's a little bit of a complicated figure to transform, but don't you worry, that's why I'm here. To aggravate you with long transformation sequences. Ah, there it is. Right, now we pop that in place. That will clip. Just getting it into place. Come on. There we go. There we go. All right. Now he's turned back into a motorcycle. Excellent. And for being a motorcycle, usually needing a kickstand, actually, actually, Sideways sits pretty well on his own. So you'd think there would be a kickstand mode for being a motorbike, but no, he doesn't actually need it. Now, let's get Sideways back into rider mode. Okay. To do that, we need to flip. It's a little bit suspect, but don't you worry. We'll get this sorted right out. So underneath here is the head. These two guys clip together. Take a moment to finish this off. Oh wait, no. It's this side, isn't it? How do I do this again? Ah, yes. Now it makes sense. This part clips into the back. Keep this part of the back. And voila! We now have a rider for the motorcycle. Move the arms so he can hold on to the bike. Voila! A humanoid. Now, he's got to get onto the bike in a quite painful way, but not for an Autobot or a Decepticon, but for a human it would be quite painful to get into a bike like this. But for a Transformer, hey, till all are one. Am I right? I just need to clip this into place. I'm just being very awkward about it on camera. There we go. Is this going to work? Yes, it is. Excellent. I just need to move this arm up to get it in a dynamic looking pose. Yeah. So, just going to separate the top half of this just to make it a little bit more posable. Want it to look good for the camera after all. There we go. How cool does that look? A motorcycle and a rider. That is Sideways in his vehicle form with Rook and Crosswise. And so we draw to the end of this video. This has been Transformers Armada, Sideways with Rook and Crosswise. And from all three of us, thanks very much for watching. It's been a pleasure, no matter Autobot or Decepticon. You have a good time, alright? This has been Sideways, Crosswise, Rook. We all hope you have a wonderful day. Take care, my friends, and I'll see you soon in the next ASMR adventure. Adios, my friends.